All right, ladies and gentlemen, Delphi. The photos that were the crime scene photos released in court, the description that they left, the yellow rope, right, that everyone said the killer used to either pull the girls up the hill or hang them from a tree, is not what people thought it was. It was police rope to rope off areas where they can search. So we know now that the rope was not used. Now it was a yellowish orange color, like a safety color rope. It looked thinner than the rope they were showing on some of these channels. But need to say, in court they're saying that it was it was used by the police to quarantine off areas so they could do the search. Uh, Now we are getting reports from people that were there in the courtroom, seen the photos, that they don't believe at all that this was some kind of a Odin ritual or whatever. The bodies were covered with giant branches, almost like to they said, quote, to cover up the bodies or camouflage them so people couldn't see them. That there was the photos they were shown in court did not resemble anything other than someone or some people trying to cover up a body. Now, like I said, being that we don't know what time they were found, there was people out there late searching. Could someone have found the bodies and did that? It's possible. It's very possible. And now all the blood. We are now hearing from some of these witnesses that there is a lot of blood at the crime scene. So it is possible they were killed there. Now, I'm not saying they weren't kidnapped or taken away, brought back, then killed. It's possible they were killed there. Bodies were covered up and they were found the next day, I think, at noon. I think it was a little after noon. It's possible someone, one of the searchers or some people, it's possible the killer went back there as a searcher and did more to cover his own tracks or their tracks or whatever. Anything is possible. Now let's get to the blade. Now they're trying to say that there's two different blades used. One jagged cut and one straight edge cut, which we can also explain that. A Rambo knife. On one side, it's very jagged for cutting wood. On the other side, very sharp. We've all seen Rambo. Could have been one of them knives. It could have been. Outdoor Rambo knife. It could have been two different knives, meaning other people there. That's possible. Could the killer have had two knives to try and throw people off? That's possible. So you got three options there. Either there was more than one there. It's the same knife, but it's a Bowie, a Rambo knife. Or the guy has done this before and planned it out and brought two weapons to try and throw people off to make them there was more. I mean, this is a very serious case. I have no idea why the state of Indiana and the superior courts did not bring in professionals. Yeah, I mean, if this is one guy, you're dealing with a psycho, complete psycho who has killed before. You don't just wake up one day and just go out and say, I'm going to go out and do this to two young girls. Uh, and then call the police and say you were there. Who does that? I'll tell you who. A complete psycho madman, a Zodiac killer, a John Gacy, uh, a Dahmer, a Jeffrey Dahmer. These are the guys that do stuff like that. For him not to have killed, if it is Richard Allen, and this be his first kill, I'm not buying it. I just ain't buying it. It's possible, but I ain't buying it. So there's our options with the knife, right? Either the guy planned this whole thing out, had both knives, two of them, or he had one Rambo knife, which is a jagged edge on the other end. You flip it over for cutting wood and cord, for cutting cord when you're climbing trees and cliffs and stuff like that. I mean, that's what that knife was in warfare for military guys in the field. So, and then you have the other option where they didn't have proper people doing the autopsy. And I'm not blaming the new autopsy person that took over down there, but they were not professional forensic autopsy people. So they might have thought that there was two different knives when it was just one Bowie knife, one Rambo knife, and that's very possible. Now, I don't know why they didn't spend the money. That's why it took so long, because they supposedly, in opening statements, said that the police departments threw the FBI off of the case. I don't know how that happens when you're dealing with the Federal Bureau of Investigation. I don't know how you throw them off the case. I have no idea. But Superior, I guess Indiana's its own thing. I don't know. If you have any questions, hello, Miss Debbie Fox, for stopping in. I'm sorry I didn't see you. Hello, Miss Cyber Warrior. But that explains that. Now, the cord, the rope. Now, I know we've seen a lot of people on YouTube say the rope was tight. Heck, even I thought maybe possibly there was rope there. And maybe they used it to drag the bodies in or drag the bodies uphill out of the embankment or something. But if we go by what they're saying, that the girls obeyed his saying, then he didn't need any of that stuff. Unless he had different plans. Uh, we don't know. And we don't know if anybody that is on YouTube is telling the truth. So we might find out later on that there was rope. Right now, defense might be telling everybody, well, that was police rope from them searching, right? Graphing it off so they can search an area. Very interesting. Why ain't we, don't forget, just like the police can lie when they're doing an investigation, defense and everyone else can lie and say their person wasn't there. There was no rope there. There was no bullet. There was, and that's what we're dealing with right now. It's very, and I got a mental problem, a disability or whatever. And it's just too much. I can phantom it. It's very stressful. Can I see how this is brain damage? This case is like memorizing people. And yeah, I can see it. I can see it. Oh, yeah. But I think we'll find out a lot. And will we ever believe? I don't think so. I think this was a case, out of all these cases, that they should have let cameras in so the people can see. So Indiana justice system and police department and everything because we're not hiding nothing, right? We've been screaming out for many years that there was a problem, right? We want all the world to see what we got to deal with these with these organizations, pedos, even just psycho people, whatever. But they no cameras. So will we ever believe anybody? Not if we're told not to believe anybody. You got the president telling you the media is corrupt. Don't listen to nothing they say. Police are corrupt. Everybody's corrupt. Don't listen to nobody. Here we are, American citizens. Most of us have worked our lives. We didn't just we weren't born and just here's a car, a phone, a house, and like what's going on now these days. We had to work. So I don't know. I don't know. But if any of you great ladies out there have an opinion, please feel free to voice your opinion in my chat. You're more than welcome. Uh, is it a mystery? It might be. Are we? Is the case still open? As far as I'm concerned, this is an ongoing case. And myself, this channel has numerous voice people, guys that are similar in their voice pattern and the tone of the voice. Uh, and we have numerous bridge guys on this channel. No, we are not going to narrow it down to one person on this channel. You can on your channel, but on Johnny Kramer's channel, it's an open-minded channel. So they're all suspects. We here, well, I'm throwing Keegan Klein in there because people don't see the big picture. This was everything they've been saying. A giant corrupt ring of madness. And it's in every neighborhood. It's in every church. It's in every it's woven in the fabric of life or whatever, maybe. I don't know. But they're all suspects, folks. Why? Because they all these people have confessed that they belong to a crew and they're not making movies. Well, now all of a sudden they are. Right? But 7 years ago, right? 7 years ago, they weren't making movies. They were crime fighters and bail bondsmen and FBI agents and police officers. And now what? 7 years ago, now we come to find out that these guys ain't investigators. They're not news people. They're YouTubers. It's no wonder why this country is in the shape. These people probably, these own YouTubers out there mixed up in this Delphi thing, are probably the lawbreakers. They've been doing it for a long time. They're throwing on police uniforms, walking around. They're bail bondsmen and police officers, and their third cousin is a cop. Now all of a sudden they're cops. Oh my God, almighty. It's no wonder, man. It's no wonder. America's got a lot of work to do. Witchery and sorcery and all this crap these people talking. And I mean, I believe it now. You got to sell me on it. Been cursed plenty of times. How many involved? Who knows? One man job? Yeah, he had enough time. And if he had the capabilities of what these people were saying, a weapon and all that, yeah. Do I find it shocking that the girls didn't make one sound? I find it shocking that them girls didn't know that guy. They would have been frightened. And surely they would have let out some kind of scream until the guy told them to shut their mouths and expose the weapon. This is a very fishy case. I know a lot of you can't fathom it. I don't blame you. It ain't making sense. Um, a very serious case. I don't know why they didn't call in big shots. I didn't know. I have no idea why they didn't let FBI come in or at least assist with the data. I don't know why so many people called in tips, even me, and nobody returned a phone call. Nobody came and checked. And that's why Delphi and these people down there down south are in the predicament they're in, is because now it's been documented. People were recording their call-ins, dating it with tips, and they never followed up on it. They never called back and said to these people, "Thanks for the tip, and you might be right, and we're checking on it, and thank you," or anything, right? Maybe we don't even know if that's true. Do we know anything? We know winter's coming, and we know Christmas is coming, and it's supposed to be about love, the children, and peace. So let's get it to there, right? We got holidays coming. I feel for the families involved, but ladies and gentlemen, this case is like a curse. It's sucking people in where they're so they're not sleeping. They're not. They don't want to miss anything. It's almost like the great rock and roll band Aerosmith. They don't want to close their eyes. They don't want to miss a thing because they. And I don't blame them. That's how some of these ladies and gentlemen make their living is through YouTube. I don't blame them, but also I see mental things happening to people like what I have, and these people are normal people, and they themselves are breaking down mentally, physically. The housework ain't getting done. The the kids ain't getting taken care of properly. I'm not saying any of these women, but the rumors and everything out there. These people have, and I hate to say, some of them women, it was true. It's like a soap opera. We seen this back in the 80s. The men used to, when I was growing up, they were like, God dang soap operas. All she does is watch. That's what these crime cases have become to the women. And we might have to help these women. They need a place to go where they can be loved and cheered. They're hardworking women. They need love. They need somewhere to relax. I don't know what we can do here. I'll do my best. I'll do my best. But that's all I can do and give my opinion. Well, no, you folks know as much as me. I just put the dots together different than other people. I know the real world. I don't think you people know what it feels like to be homeless or live on a street or have to sleep under a bridge because you got nowhere to go. You've run out of everything. You got nothing. I have. So I know it's horrible. I'm there again, right? I'm right back where I was 20 years ago, mentally just horrible. But I got to pull it together because I have a disability, so I know I got to pull it together. I know when enough's enough. So I just pop in and out, and God bless. That's all I can say. God bless everybody for watching and all my subs. If it wasn't for my subs, I'd be nothing. My viewers, mods, and everybody. But that's my opinion. I'm sure we're going to find out more. We're finding out now that what we thought in the beginning, there's a thing going around the family now with Derek and Cody and the sister, and the family and stuff like that. And that's going around again. You don't know. And should anybody be cursed or attacked or called names or whatever because in something like this you look at everything, the family, the friends, the neighborhood, everything, their past, their and people get mad. Well, that was in the past. Well, maybe so, but they got to look into it. Was this something from the past that somebody might have got pissed off, and then a revenge against the family or something? You got to look at that. Anybody that has watched true crime or any crime videos or documentaries would know that's like the first thing they look at. They're not dumb. I mean, look at the world we live in also. We're seeing a lot of this. And it's really not the family's fault, right? It's not the family's fault, right? But it might have been something from their past or whatever. The family didn't do it, but it was something from I mean, I've seen that I don't know how many times. It's happened to all of our families if you live in America, right? Mistaken identity, whatever it may be. Lies could have killed all these people. I don't know. That's just my opinion. We'll be back with more Delphi as we learn everything. It's almost like relearning the whole case over for some of these people. They are memorized. They can't figure out how did these idiots get it right, or was closer than us people with brains and degrees. And I don't know. All glory goes to God. There ain't nothing done without God in my world, I guess. I mean, I pray to God. I don't pray to the devil, right? I don't know. Is thinking beautiful? Is thinking things about a woman naughty? I mean, if she's a single woman or whatever. I mean, is it? I don't know. We're men. We're supposed to enjoy the opposite sex. I don't know. Is it? I don't know. How did this? Someone said something about Richard having problems with his own family, his daughter. And the murder was because he didn't want to kill his own daughter. So he killed someone that looked like his daughter, which I guess one of these girls looked like his daughter. Maybe, we don't know. We would love to cut their brains open and get inside, but they usually wait until these people are dead. Then they do. So we can't get inside Richard's head. We can only look in through his eyes and describe what we are seeing. Right? The coldless soul or whatever, or just blankness. That's all we got. I don't know. I don't know. I might have said too much, right? Because that's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight. I lost everything numerous times, even my religion. But who knows? That's just lyrics from the song. I've been looking into all this lyric stuff they're talking about. They found a note. They had all this stuff on there, maybe lyrics and everything. I was looking into that. And there might be. There is a couple songs that do have. There ain't no rest for the wicked, and money don't grow on trees. That's an old saying. There's no rest for the wicked. That's been around for centuries. supposedly there was a note with a map showing where everything went down with these words, these lyrics, whatever. Everybody sees things differently. We don't know. Folks, have a great day. It's beautiful. We got the next couple weeks up north here. Warm temps. We might not see any snow until after middle or end of November or December or beginning of December. So we got a couple weeks here, warm weather. Enjoy it. God bless. Have a great day, and make sure you comment on my channel and hit the like. And you don't have to. You can't please everybody, and I'm not here to please this world. I don't even please myself. Have a good day.